Wow. Red leather, yellow leather. What to do tonight amidst the mist and coldest frost? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another voiceover vlog. I wanted to share an experience with you that I had yesterday. Went and did a gig for a client. I really wish I could say, a lot of these things that you got paperwork you got to sign. But let's just say it's for a cleaner and they're trying, I guess, some kind of new campaign where they're using the F word a lot. I guess put those things together. But it was really fun. But what I wanted to share with you today was, don't be afraid of your competition. When I went into the session, previously I auditioned. There were 4 parts. So it was like a man 1, man 2, a waiter, and then the VO at the end of the commercial. I ended up landing the man number 1 spot. And what it was about was 2 guys. They were inside of a coffee house, and that one guy, he's super nervous. He's got to prepare for a presentation he's got to give. And the other guy, he's like, hey, relax, me, man 1. I'm just trying to calm down because, he's like one of my best friends. I know all the work he's put into, this presentation he's about to give. He's just like all stressed out to hell. So, it's just like, bro, relax. Don't worry about it. You got this. So basically that was my part. And then, after that, where all of a sudden we're interrupted by this waiter who just goes and spills the coffee all over my friend, and then he goes into an FU tirade, just kind of F mother bombs and all, from here to eternity. And, it's crazy. So what I wanted to get back to was, don't be afraid of your competition. When I was in a session and after we did our part, and then when he had to go into the part of delivering some F-bombs, like he really showed that like he was a really talented guy. And my first initial impression was like, man, this guy is really good, and I think I'm being a little, outclassed or outshined. And not to say that there was any initial competition, but you almost kind of take an appreciation for someone who you see who they've got a knack for this, or maybe a little knack for it than you do at the moment. And like that was my initial impression, but once it kept on going on, I was like, wait a second, no, it's not that he's initially better than me. He's just doing something different than me. Like he's thinking of things that I haven't thought of. I initially auditioned for man number 2, the part where, you're F-bombing. And, I had my interpretation, but, apparently the client, they liked his interpretation. And he was doing some things that I just wasn't thinking of at the moment when I auditioned. And as he was doing it, I was like, wow, I didn't think about that. You know what? I think I will grab from that, and then I'll probably throw it into mine. And I'm pretty sure now if I kind of took some cues from what he was doing, I'm pretty sure my man number 2 audition would have been just as good. Now, yeah, his part had way more lines. Mine was just kind of limited to 4 lines, but in the end, it really was a learning experience. Whenever you're doing projects with other people, because most of the time in the voiceover, you're just going to be by yourself. So whenever you have something where you actually have someone to feed off of, use those moments as a learning experience and have fun. Because most of the time, it's a whole different game when you're just when you have someone to bounce off. A lot of times you're just kind of playing pretend in your own head, and you've got to kind of create the scenario the best you can in your head. But, when there's someone else who's next to you, especially who's someone who maybe has a little more experience than you, then it really makes it easier to kind of guide the whole kind of the script or the scenario along. But yeah, at first I was like a little intimidated or thought I was all class, but then I just embraced him and I took it as a learning lesson. I was like, and I kind of felt like I came out of that session better. And most of all, we just had fun. In the end, we ended up having the script, and we were in the beginning we were trying to read it word for word, but it just wasn't making sense because a lot of times when scripts are read out, it's not really. Sometimes it doesn't sound natural. So they gave us the liberty, like, hey guys, we kind of know the gist of the script, but go ahead, just kind of say whatever you want to say. Just know that your friend's stressed out. He's got to make this presentation, and in the end, coffee gets spilled on your partner. So just go ahead. And then we just took it from there. We ran with it, and we had fun. We made up our own conversations, and believe it or not, they ended up going with what we did instead of using what was on the script. But yeah, guys, moral of the story is don't be afraid of competition. Use it embrace it, and take it on, because sometimes you're always going to be stuck in your own little head, and you've got to take those cues from other talent, and take over them and add it to yours. And I'm pretty sure it works vice versa. You don't know what they're thinking, but there could be some quality that you bring, and they're just like, hey, I sort of like that. I think I'll use it for myself, or I'll just kind of take some cues. I'll tweak on that. That's something I've never ever tried before. So just keep that in mind. But it was cool. The gig was done. I don't think I'm ever going to see or hear that commercial on the radio, because it was more for like an award show. So I think there's going to be very in-house, especially with a lot of F-bombs dropped like that. But either way, it was fun. Oh, and get used to that. A lot of times in a voiceover industry, you'll do a lot of things that will never ever see the light of day. A lot of it's just kind of in-house stuff, where they just want like a professional, really cool acted scenario. It's not every single time is going to go out and be kind of commercial related. So just kind of keep that in mind and have fun. And once again, learn from those who you are working with. All right, guys. So I hope you liked my voiceover vlog. Got plenty more coming up next, or in the future. Whatever. I'm new to this. Give me a break. And also, if there's any questions you have about, I guess, just voiceovers in general, the business, and just you ever wondered, like, hey, how does this go? How do you handle this scenario? Leave a comment below. I'll try to answer the best I can. Tell you my experiences and how it went down. And I've got plenty of other voiceover gig stories that I'd like to share with you. So until then, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.